Hey guys and gals, this is something a little different. Here we have LEGO Friends, the Castle Bed and Breakfast. Set numbers 42638 contains 1,311 bricks, retails $499.99, and the set was provided by the LEGO Group for early review. Thank you kindly, LEGO, for sending this to me because we're going to have some fun with this one today. And yeah, yeah, it looks like a little Victorian house than anything else, but look, we get mini dolls. Well, we're going to have a lot of fun with them. And yeah, so let's see how the build's broken down. Obviously we have 10 bags. So I don't know how I'm going to break this down just yet, so I'm just going to work on this thing today. I may just do bags 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm waiting for my door springs to degrease before I attempt to pull them out. So that's what I'm doing. And today is the 21st of May 2024. And that's the print work. That's not bad for the piece count. And we got 3 building guides. You got an 8x16 plate, 10 bags of bricks, and a whole lot of fun. And the bags are transparent like that. Okay. Well, let's begin with bag 1. Let's build it. Now, I know a lot of guys out there are literally scared of these sets because they're targeted towards gals, but who cares, right? Because they got a lot of good build inspiration and good bricks too. I mean, look at that right there. That's terrain parts right there. If somebody didn't get this set for parts, they're gonna be missing out. So the mini dolls are named. I don't know the names on them. I could get the box. I don't know what I did with it. I guess I can get it real quick and check them out. Let's unbag all this. I have a feeling this is mostly just small parts today. Let's see if I can find the box. I don't memorize names. There's some guys out there that memorize what parts are in what set. Well, I have other things to remember than that. So we are going to be building Renee. That's who we're building. Okay, so Renee, yeah, let's get going here. And we got ourselves a little dog. Some people don't like the Friends dogs, but I do. Oh yeah, you know what I can do? I can plug in the light today. You know why? Because I'm not running any videos. I'll be doing some later, but okay. Alright. Alright, let's put it at 10%. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so you need the little dog. She's got a clock in her hand to tell time, to time me on how fast I can go. And no, but for you guys and gals out there who don't like the, especially for you guys out there who hate these sets, you know, you're gonna miss out on that lime green frog. Now, the reason why I get these is basically inspiration, and they're good for parts. And it's to show you guys, it's okay to buy a friend set. Okay, nobody's gonna stop you. I go into a store and say, hey, I'm buying this for myself. People may look at me weird, but at the end of the day, I'm the one that's going to be entertained. They won't. So for me, it doesn't say it's just for girls. It's also for boys, and today it's for adults. Okay. I always joke around and said, you guys better watch it or they're going to replace all the minifigures with Friends dolls. And there she is. Renee. Not too bad. And alright, looks like we're building something now. Probably a little garden or something. This is the type of stuff I like to build. Now I got a whole bunch of friend sets. And there's a lot of commentary, and a lot of these sets are pretty fun, so I can't wait to dive into them. So it looks like this summer here is just brightened up. I still have... Okay. I have to redact something. I said something I shouldn't have. I have to review a bunch of other sets today. And yeah. So what does that mean, guys and gals? Yeah, my whole summer is going to be involved in reviews. As far as for the campground, I kind of have a way I like to do it and get it going. I'm going to just pre-build the Mills plates in terms of just the frame of them, where I could stick them together, and we'll start from there. I don't want to bore everybody with the essential stuff. Look at all this nougat, medium nougat. That's the color I use for terrains, like this. There's plenty of that in here. You dudes are missing out. And this house looks pretty normal too, so I think we're going to be okay with this one. And Lego's famous, let's piece the base together. I'm not a fan of piecing together bases for houses, but you know. And just from the box, though, if you watch the unboxing on this set, it's basically an open back special, like a little doll's house. Like a little dollhouse, that's what it is. And that kind of thing. Now, I was thinking about having the camera go straight up and down, but you're not going to see it at an angle that I would see it at. So I'm trying my best to make these as pleasant as possible. But we don't know. The Friends dolls are going to hypnotize me and say, no, you got to build it this way. You have to follow the instructions, Jay. Alright. And we get some of this dark green base plates, too. I think that's where the house fits on this. And so far, it's entertaining. We just started, too. It's bright and colorful. It's cheerful. This part kind of reminds me of a Minecraft set, but, you know, that's how it is. I know some people just don't like them, especially the guys. There's some girls who don't like these, too. And, yeah, I can understand with the mini dolls, but you could always put the mini dolls off to the side and just use your own minifigures in there. No one's telling you shouldn't. I just hope the inside of this house has a bit more room than usually these things do. Yeah, so I'm trying to go through and edit a bunch of my reviews. There's 28 sets that I have to review. Okay, I skipped a step. I skipped a page. And how many of those have I done? 8. I got 20 more left to do. I was almost done until Lego sent me a bunch of other stuff, which are the Friends sets. And I thought, well, I guess I'll have to restart again. You know, at least it gives me something to do over the summer. Well, some people I know are going to go to summer school to make up. I get to sit at home and build when it's cool. And yeah, let's see here. Oh, they're using these for stepping stones. Like a, I'll show you here. Like a cobblestone. That's not a bad idea. I didn't think about using these for that. That'd be a really good idea for a house. Use those. Get those in gray or something. Different stone variants. I'm missing one, but oh, I see it. But yeah, for the most part, the whole intent of this type of build here is to see how it goes. Is it entertaining? Is it something that I would like to pass this off to a friend? Hey, this is a set I recommend. Would I do that? And so far, we got to build 2 of these here. It's interesting. Nothing really going on yet, but well, I'm trying to find a squash brick. And these friend sets, believe it or not, especially for guys who don't like getting them, no, they got some good stuff, good parts. I know there's a few of you who've commented says, yeah, you buy these sets for the parts. You know where I'm going with that one. I mean, just this alone, this looks like a regular city set so far. I mean, and we got some of this nice colors and stuff like that. Hold on, no, we got to put a piece in here. And for me, it's all about imagination. Maybe I may be inclined to finish this house up and be done with it and say, there you go. That's a nice color for a earth green and dark azure. Okay. Okay, we'll set that there. I may be inclined to do this all in one sitting to bore you all to death. I don't need that right now. Jay, I like watching you build. Some people told me that too. Glad if you do, you do. I mean, that's cool. When you build your houses and you're tiling your floors, it's okay to use some jumper plates or studs hanging out. I mean, it's exceptional now because some people want to have their minifigures attached to the floor. Some do it for stop motions. So yeah, just don't be scared to use these. I've been using some of those like in my McDonald's restaurant and stuff. It just works. Or if you want to anchor furniture down, just pre-plan where your furniture is going to be and you could rearrange stuff. Alright. I really want to see how the facade on this house is put together. So we will see eventually how it's going to look. I know my hands are in the way. Some people tell me they fall asleep to these. Because I don't yell in my videos. There's no annoying things that are going on right now. That's it. Must be a rug in here. Maybe that's the kitchen floor. It'd be pretty interesting for a kitchen floor. And so far the base, yeah, it's pretty good. If it was a complete house, you could just drop this in a city we don't know yet. Alrighty. See, they have these here. Lots of little parts. I think the 1,300 pieces are probably just little parts. Because this was packaged in, I thought maybe it had 600 or 700 pieces. When I looked, it's like 1,300. And I thought, wow, that's a lot for something this small. We got ourselves a little frog there, like a frog ornament or a lawn ornament. Lego needs to make gnomes or something, throw them in there. Alright. And then we got a couple of dead bushes in the ground. Obviously, Renee needs to water her flower bed next to the house. It doesn't exist. Alrighty. Oh, wait a minute. We got some greens. I'm speaking too soon. My bad. What, only 2 leaf pieces? Lego! You're kidding me, right? There's more over here. Maybe I'm jumping the gun here too soon. I don't think it really matters where these go. There we go. I got 2 on there. And now we got to get some pink ones. So, indeed, now we're going to have to cover that up. I can use these little leaf pieces in the stud flowers. Matter of fact, so far I could use almost all the parts out of just this alone. So that would really be a help. Alright, and then the next ones are the cool yellow flowers. This color combination goes together very well. Very well. And it looks like we're just going to have to stick these in here. Okay, you know what, Lego? It would have been easier if I just pop that out, they have you stick these on while they're on the base plate, but that's getting, it was starting to get pretty congested where I couldn't do it, so I had to take that off. If you couldn't get yours on there, take it off the base plate, and then when we're done, we'll just plant that back in there. Because that was kind of crowded there. Now it was easier to put that on. I got to put another one right back here. Well, it'd be easier if I come in here and do it like this real quick. Just pop it off the plate. You may have to do that. Just take yours off the plate real quick. Oh, wait a minute. What am I doing? This is supposed to go on the top. So you'll probably be spending 20 minutes on the flowers. As you can see, I'm not really, this thing's not really cooperating today. Probably why the guys are scared. It's got flowers in it. And now I got to get that back in there. I can see it go in there, just can't get it down without breaking something. There we go. Looks pretty good. Looks pretty real there. And that's it for bag 1. So we got 9 more bags left. We haven't even touched the stickers yet. And so far, the build's at a solid 10. Alright, bag 2. If those are big windows in there, I have a feeling... Ooh. I hate when you get something in your eye. Okay. And yes, I'll fail it too if it's scratched. Don't think I won't, Lego. I've done it before. Oh, there's some good pieces in here. You can see it's mostly small stuff. Some large, medium, but mostly small. And obviously we got, I think this is light nougat or flesh tone. Actually, I'm darker than that. Wow, that's surprising. Yeah, we get a lot of these smaller frames too. I don't know what I'd use those for. And some transparent 1x1 bricks and some glass here. Usually this stuff doesn't get scratched that easily. Ooh, look at that door. Oh, too bad it didn't have the arch in there. It'd been cool, but you can stick a piece of glass or a lattice window in that. Looks like a door you'd use for maybe, I don't know, maybe a restaurant or something where the kitchen and where the waiter comes out or the person who serves your food. Yeah. And a bunch of these little glass pieces, they look like they're okay. I'm putting them down on the floor because it's darker down here. It looks like these are fine. Alright, so let's get going. We're already putting the door in already. Cool. So let's go find a little glass piece here. It's the big stuff that gets so mangled in these sets. And yeah, I like this door. There you go. Now Lego's getting doors with glass in them. Does it matter which way it goes, or does the trim go inside? Let me see here. Okay, you know what? I think that little notch piece is supposed to stay in there. So we'll just do it like that. And the doorknob. We got to find one of those. We haven't got to the exciting stuff yet. Well, I found a dog treat. Where's all the figures at? They're going to have fun in here. I don't see a doorknob anywhere. Or a round tile, unless this is it, but it looks like it's, so there's a sugar cookie. Yeah, so far I'm going to say there's a, except for the first bag, this one's got a lot of, let me get that. It's got a lot of medium to small parts, so this may be just mostly just small pieces to put together. It's probably why it's a lot of parts. And now we can slide all that back off to the side there. You think the door would be the other way. And yeah. Okay, we need to stack 5 transparent 1x1 bricks together. Well, that's kind of hard. Lego, you didn't have any of those column bricks? Oh, wait a minute. Now I know what you're doing. That's why you're not doing that. There's going to be windows along the sides. Now, I need to straighten those out. Take our brick separator and just kind of mush them down. At least the set was kind enough to give you one of those, did it? Or did I provide that? Well, we won't know. But yeah, I think this is going to be a fun little house for any builder, especially for the younger gals who like getting into the Lego stuff. Here you go. It's keeping an adult's interest, obviously, for a child, yeah. But this is going to be a set you want to sit down and just enjoy it. I wouldn't try to race to get it done. Now, I have to because I'm going to try to get this one done so I can release it as promptly as possible. Yeah, that's why they have the individual lights in there. Now, here's the deal. You know those 2/3 bricks that are squashed? I hope they make those transparent because they make great window panes. Alright, so the door frame goes here. Well, that's kind of sloppy, Lego. What are we doing there, huh? I would have just used a regular frame for that. At least this friend set looks, so far it has normal colors. That's why I get the friend sets though, because they're all oddballs. All the oddball colors. Okay. And we got to focus our attention up here. So the thing I'm noticing though, that it's a lot of medium and small parts. Like this is considered large. This is considered large, but this is medium. Lots of medium and small parts. So if you are looking for a set with a lot of large bricks, this is probably not for you. I kid you not. And I'm looking for this one here. Lots of this light royal blue. Ooh, yuck. That doesn't look too fun. Yeah, that's how I do it in my building guides too. So we're gonna have to do it. Matter of fact, there's a certain type of set that I'm reviewing right now. It won't be released until a little later, but I have 4 more sets to review of it. And I'm kind of like, oh, okay. When these arrived, I was like, oh, I want to do these. So I got to alternate here. So I may just do 2 friends and then one of the other ones. 2 friends and another one of those. And yeah, if you've watched this, I've already released some of the Minecraft sets, so I can talk about those. And the Minecraft sets are kind of, I don't know if you've watched a few of those. I should have most of them released by now, but no, they're not really fun. I thought Minecraft sets have changed. No, they're still the same old thing. You know, they're nothing special. There we go. Isn't that cool? Now I can take the arch, put it there. Alright, and now we got to piece together a 3 and a 5. I love these 3x5s. They work really good. Set that right in there. So that's what it looks like on the back. Okay. And yeah, I like the 1x5 plates. Okay. And at least we're using column bricks here. So far I really haven't seen a whole lot of bricks in this set. I had a question asked, Jay, since you get the stuff early, isn't it tempting to make mocks out of it and claim it as your own work? No, I never thought about that. And 2, that's being a douchebag. And 3, I can get some deep doo-doo for that too. So, no, it's not worth it. And a lot of the stuff that Lego builds is not really my style, so I can't. And some of these ideas are pretty good. But there's a table. I think that's what that is. Okay, let's see here. These go in the back. I skipped a step. Not that. Yeah, it's a lot of little parts here, lots of pieces. And yeah, it's just, I have a feeling that a lot of this is just small stuff. And there goes the phones again, dingy dingy. Alright, so what I need to do now is I need to sort all this out. White pieces on a white workbench is very hard. So let's start sorting parts out by type. So I'm looking for another one of these that's a complementary part to it. And I'll start putting all the candlesticks over here. We're already putting the furniture in the house before we start finishing it up. Okay, there's a 1x1 plate. I'm finding all the other parts that I absolutely just don't need right now. Let's start setting everything off into piles. And I'm just pulling out white right now because that's the color we need the most. Until I can find it, and I found it. So that's what you do. If you're stumped on parts, you can't find something specific, just slowly start sorting things until you find it. Usually you will. There's your table. In fact, that'd be kind of cool if you could put another side to that. But I only want one part. And alright, this is going to be interesting. So what is this? A jar of what is that stuff called? Jelly? Some kind of jelly jar, or pomade, depends on how you look at it. And then you have a spoon sticking in the table, so when you're done with the spoon you can just shove it inside the tablecloth like that. And then these Friends dolls are weird, huh? They do things kind of strange. That's the silver metallic. And then they have this on the top, probably for a, say, a tea kettle or a coffee pot or something. If I can get that on there, I'll show you this. Lego, why don't you make a small nose coner? I would have stuck one of those, if I made the, you know, the poop piece or the swirly piece, they could have stuck that on top too. Okay, pretty good so far. And now we put all the goodies on the table. So just be sure to hold underneath. This thing's kind of, it wants to do that. Alright, let's start pulling more stuff out of here. I'm having a hard time trying to find things. And lots of candlesticks. So maybe the lady lives by candlelight, we don't know. Hard to say with these Friends dolls. They just do some pretty strange things in these houses. Things that I don't want to mention. Okay, I found the other sugar cookie. And we used one of these. Remember these in the log cabin? 1x2 by 2/3 brick with bow. And then they shove this in here. Also, it's like a loaf of bread. Like that. Looks yummy, doesn't it? So we're having what, cookies and bread? Sounds like my grandma. She'd make that kind of stuff. And then this flat side, it goes in here. So this is up against the wall here. Well, I can't even get it in there. It shows it goes right in there. There we go. Just press that down very slow. Okay. And yeah, I mean, let's keep pulling this stuff out here. We got the table installed, and we got to make some windows, but I will be right back. I got to go check something. And I'm back. Sorry about that. Okay. Now, let's put the glass in here first. I got to make 2 of these. So what I'm going to do is start placing glass in these now. Now, I don't really care much for the nougat window frames, but it's an oddball color that I don't have. I don't really have any of that color. So I'm just going to put glass in every one of these right now. Jay, but it only asks you to make 2. Yeah, well, guess what? We're going to do all 5 of them right now. Why? Because then I don't have to go find them later on. Now, these things are a turd to get in, these little ones. So, you just have to fight them in there. And then I can start putting things together now. And like I said, though, it declutters the workbench a little bit. But yeah, I really want to build this. So this is something I'm like not belly aching through. This is more up my speed, my alley. So, you know, if it's a friend set, I like building houses and residences. Those are always fun to build. So yeah, I haven't built a house build in so long. I kind of starting to get a little rusty there. But you know what? If you notice on my main channel, I have tons of furniture builds. Some of you told me you like the furniture. Some people say they don't like all the furniture builds. But guess what? When I build the house, I just have to build the house, landscape, and that's it. I already have blueprints for all the furniture, so furnishing the house may just take a day, or it would take me a few weeks to do all the tutorials for everything. It would just take me a day. All right, put that over there. I'm slowly getting the sticker, or not stickers. We didn't even put any stickers on this yet. I have a film we're going to be making all these. I'm just going to prepare 2 of them. We got to make 2 of these. I'm just slowly pulling out the frames. So now I see why you guys have those very long, grotesque nails. I can't pick this stuff off my counter very easily. There we go, and then that's it. And then we'll come back to the front here. And yeah, this looks really nice. Look how nice that looks. This has got a nice set of colors to it. Nice set of colors. Very pleased. I don't know how the build quality is right now. It just seems kind of on the flimsy side. We're not done with it yet, but you can see all this is just kind of wiggle and jiggly, and I don't like that, but we'll see here. And you got these up here. I wish Lego made this brick with it square in the back instead of it being round, but I know why they did it, but sometimes they're a pain to line up. Okay, that takes care of that. Another door frame. I have so much of these frames and a bunch of scratch glass to go in them. All the sets that Lego's been sending me lately has been having those scratched, and I refuse to buy any more of those. Even on Pick-a-Brick, they just come in damaged, and I just don't want to waste money like that. Lego's not going to care into packing them right, and why waste my time on them, or my money for that matter. I wouldn't have a squash brick in there. They could have chopped down half these parts in this set. They got too many parts in here. Okay, we're using the columns here, so they must be using these to fill it in with the coffee pot things. So maybe... Or they could be downspouts for a rain gutter too. We got to make 2 of them. So we're just going to try to get this done here. Yeah, today is video game day, so I'm not even thinking. Okay, you know what might be easier? I'm going to stick this in here first. Like that. I'm just going to set these ends first. I couldn't get this in for some reason. Now I can take this up here and just line them both up and then press them down. You don't have to do it like that. but I did. So what I'm doing is I'm just kind of guiding it in there and just kind of pushing both of it down while I'm holding into this. See how wiggly all that is? This is not lining up. It's just really bad. Now hopefully we'll be able to strengthen this up. Wow, Lego, we didn't even use a 1x6 plate in here. A lot of this is small stuff, folks. Lots of small parts. Okay, so I think Lego was just trying to make this thing seem like it had a lot of parts in it. Or it could be their left overflowed inventory, and they're just trying to get rid of it. Now we're strengthened up. Okay, oh, okay, that's what they did above the windows here. So they took these and they put them on there for decoration. Okay, oh, we'll take a closer look at that here in a second. So you put these up here like that. That would be good for a modular building. In fact, get a round brick or something, put that on there or something. I don't know, it looks pretty fancy for this. And now we got to work on the dog dish. Well, that's what I think it is. We got, well, that's on a dog bone. Well, where's that biscuit tile? One's printed and one's not, so we got to be very careful. Make sure I didn't put that on the doorknob. We should put the paw print on the doorknob so the dog is the only one that can get in the house. The dog can just scan its paw to get into the house. And then Renee would just have to wait till the dog gets home. And then this goes in here. Whoops. Yeah, it's just the only thing I'm kind of frowning upon on this set here is there's just abundance amount of small parts. Just a really small stuff. I mean, yeah, it does add more detail, but alright. And I can always use these for balloons. Stick 2 hollow studs in there. And very simple house plant. Okay. I would have stuck 3 in there, but okay, that's what they want. And then this goes right here on this jumper plate. Well, provided I can get it on there. There you go. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. Now we got to build more windows. We just need to build a single window, and this one's slightly different. This one's got this on the top here. It's like we're just building one here, and it sits right on that. And 2 more rain gutter things, or they might be using them for trim too, we don't know. Now we know all the candle pieces we're going to go to. Yeah, I'd say this is pretty much a really good friend set, especially if you really want to expand. This would be a model here that if you could put a back on it, you could literally have a complete house. Just complete. I mean, a complete house. And these go behind here. Always start with that in first and just push it in. It's very flimsy, so whatever you do, take your time. Two more windows. These are slightly different. These are the same. Oh wow, I've never seen them do that before. They did it backwards. So I guess I could do that in my building guide too. They want me to build 2 of them. And I think this week my nephew's got finals. And I don't like finals myself. I always hate that, especially in college. Of grad school wasn't too bad. You didn't really get a whole lot of finals unless you're taking under division courses. But most of the time, though, it was research and development. So these just sit right in here like that. That's probably why they use these to kind of seam it out, which is not too bad. Pretty flimsy though. Alright. Goes on the top, and so yeah, I guess we're bringing this back up to speed here. There we go. And then we put this on the top. Now this is probably going to be a turd, so we're going to have to make sure it's all lined up here like that. Just kind of look around and slowly work that in. Looks pretty good. It's ugly right now, but I'm sure it'll spruce itself up real quick. If you're needing a lot of 1x2 rounded #1 bricks or plates, whatever they're called, there you go. Now you may have to rotate these windows to make these fit. So that's where they're supposed to go. And so just rotate things. You can see this window here is kind of crooked there. And something already fell, which is the plant. Alright, Lego, I got to start dinging stuff down because this is almost impossible to put on here without knocking stuff out. This window here is just really crooked. Like, I can't even get this one on there. There we go. And when the plant falls out, you're going to have to fish that back in there. So I'll probably ding this baby down to a 9.9, just because now it's just, if you don't have little hands, you're going to have a hard time. I'm not taking all that apart to put this back in there. If it falls out, then so be it. It makes the build even more fun. Why isn't that not going in all the way? Huh. Yeah, it is. It's just this potted plant here is very flimsy. So once you get in there, just be glad it's in there and just don't mess with it again. So that's just, and then now that's how it is. And this goes right here to stick the pegs inside the tubes. There we go. That's what it looks like there. Well, this is one of those ones that you can take the floors off. But if it's open back, you really don't even need to do that. You know, I was looking for one of these in this color for a birthday cake. Well, there it is. In that color, too. Yeah, found one. So it looks like bag 2 does the entry, or the foyer, and the little kitchen. Now it looks like we are building some kind of telephone pole. I think that's what that is. We don't know. I could cheat and look, but well, that wouldn't be fun. Well, maybe it's not a telephone pole. Maybe it's a tree. It's really kind of, well, we don't know. We haven't got it. We haven't got to that part yet. There we go, like that. Okay. And maybe it is a telephone pole. This actually goes right here. Maybe that's the thing for the dog to climb on. We don't know. And despite of all those pieces, that's what we have remaining there for bag 2. And yeah, it's a Lego doesn't count spare parts. There's probably going to be about 1,400 pieces in this in total. But look at all that. My goodness, that's a lot of parts. We got an extra paw print if you want to put that on the doorknob, an extra tile. There's just one of each. That tells me that's what we have there. And yes, For anybody who's building this, this is normal. Lego gives you a lot of these small pieces extra. That's what I have. Alright, now we're going to do bag 3. Oh, wow, that's an... I've got to open that up and make sure I'm not seeing things there. No, I'm not seeing things. Look at that. That's a light royal blue 1x8 brick. That's a rare find, especially in a set like this, let alone that color. 1x6 bricks, those are white. I got millions of those, but I'm looking at that. Get enough so you can build a nice house in that color. So far we spent about 45-50 minutes into the build. We really haven't gotten all that far yet. Now we're going to turn our attention in here. It looks like we're building ourselves some kind of a rug. This has got that dark orange, that reddish orange or whatever it's called. And yeah, you're going to have a... I would have put the carpet in first before we put the doors in. Never thought about using those. There we go. I do get questions asked. Jay, are you going to do some of the new sets? Yeah, this is it. Fun full summer, huh? If you're looking for a bunch of new sets to see me build and humiliate myself, there you go. There's plenty of them to go around. Lots of them. That's not a bad pattern for the carpet for the door. That'd make a good runner for like a hallway or something like that, the way they're doing this. It's like giving you just enough inspiration here to expand on this if you want. This is a model here I'd like to expand on, the style of house, but we'll see here. We will see. And then that's it. And then we have a round brick, or this, earth green. That sits there, and it sits right on that stud, and you got an umbrella. It's like the trash can that holds the umbrella. Pretty cool. Alright. I don't think it matters which way this goes. Put the thick sides like this and put your plate over there and stick this in here. I think we're focusing our attention in there. So the rug continues here. Now, too bad there was no way they can go over that, but Lego does have its limitations. Ooh, I need that. That makes a great lampshade. A mushroom lampshade or a thing for a lantern for camping. There we go. Right there. Look at that. We're getting really far. All right. Okay. Yeah, so if you're looking for something, like I said, and I know I've said it a million times, but if you're looking for something with a lot of big pieces, this set sadly doesn't have them. So if you're looking for something a little bigger and robust, yeah, you're not. This one doesn't have a whole lot of the bigger pieces in here. It looks big, but the set retails for $99.99. What do we get? Well, first thing is we're getting a lot of parts. Some of these are oddball colors. Some pieces I have, but not a whole lot of. Round tiles. These half tiles come in handy for all sorts of stuff. I wonder what this is for. This goes here. What are we doing? Maybe it's a mantle for a fireplace. We don't know. Okay. And then we have... Oh, what's up? Lego now calls this warm gold. So we'll call it that too. And maybe this is the receptionist counter. Oh, wait a minute. That's right. This is a bread and breakfast inn. This is not a regular house. So obviously this is like the place that you check in, check your bags and into the room. Make sure you have your reservations. That's what this is for. This goes right in here, like that. Okay, so that's what that's for. Okay. And then we got to do more of the rug here. There's a wall element and a rug, but I'm going to continue on with the rug first because it's smaller. And thank goodness we have a brick separator. Imagine if this set didn't come with a brick separator. This would have been a fail. And right now the score is at a 9.9. It's not bad. It's entertaining. It's a lot of small pieces, lots of small parts. Yeah, we forgot to put that over there. Oh, there it is. Okay. Okay, we're finally getting to stickers. In a bad way. Okay, so we need to find 2 ingot tiles. Don't worry, we don't have to deface those. Now, if I can't find it, guess what I gotta do? Sort by color again. I'm gonna need 2 of these. Okay, there's 1 ingot tile. There's another one of those. Okay. And we're looking for another one of those tiles. So if you're like me, do this. I wish they'd make those in brick yellow tan. Would be nice. I need that in that color. Okay, there's the other tile here. And now they want me to put stickers on this. And we're going to start with sticker number 6, which is this one first. And I don't think it really matters which way these go on. And I hate putting stickers on bowels. They're not easy at all. So that's what that looks like. And then that goes here. So it looks like we have some pages there. And then we get to take sticker number 5 and put it over here, which is that one right there. And this one's very critical now. Let's make sure that the lettering is at the bottom. There you go. It should look like that. Not too bad. I wish those were printed though. That'd make a great piece for. And then the book faces backwards. Kind of oversized. Yeah. By the time you get to the counter, that book's all the way up to your eyebrows. These Friends dolls are really tall. They just stand on their tippy toes. Now I have more than this, but right now, oh, it comes with a normal pin. I'll have to get a bunch of those for the bank, huh? We make a bank so the minifigures can steal them. It could be a quill pin too, we don't know. Put this here. We got a teacup over here. I'm not a fan of having the studs on the top on the counters, but if you noticed, everything's pretty well hidden. Now we can continue on over here. Now you notice we've just been doing nothing but small parts, and we've just been doing a lot of the little thingies right now. This is not a set you want to just speed through real quick. I have a feeling the Lego just kind of crammed a lot of features into this one here, like just tons of stuff. One of the things that I do for playability is that I say, do you have access to all interior spots of the rooms? Because some people want to reach in, right? See, this is really small here. It's still accessible, but it's not where I can grab and put my hand. If an adult can put his or her hand in there, yeah, it should be fine. That's what it looks like on the back there. You have a better view of that than I do. And we got to put a sticker in this, and that's sticker number 11, which is this. What, there's only 2 rooms in this? Wow. Probably so you can always display the no vacancy sign. Okay, putting these stickers in these stinking wall panels are a pain, because I never can get them on right. Getting them in there is always a turd. And this goes right in here. Like that. Pretty cool. Alrighty. Oh, this is something interesting. Well, we've already got a good chunk of that sticker sheet, but stickers right now are not too bad. I'm not overwhelmed with them. But here's something very cool I'll show you. And this is something I just saw in here. They did this. We are building a wall sconce, a little lamp on the wall. Pretty cool. That sits right there with one extra hole there. Pretty cozy. And then this all locks together. I don't know what we're putting there yet. We don't have any windows, so and hold on, someone's calling me. I'll be right back. Okay, where was I? Let's see here. We did that. Okay, now we're going to focus our attention here. Yeah, when you get called for something and you got to stop what you're doing, you come back like, okay, where did I leave off? There we go. Well, it's starting to look like a little house, huh? Getting there. Right. We're getting there. That's all the whole point about it is. Oh, wow, this is really wiggly here. Be careful. Yeah, my voice sounds a little tired today. I'm actually very relaxed. I'm just kind of just relaxing today. I slept pretty good last night, so yeah. Okay, I see what we're building here. All right. It looks like it's a little chandelier. Okay, we got some gold stud flowers. And they use these. I'll put it up and I'll show you. So kind of like, they're opaque, but they're blue. And then they have a friction fork. Oh yeah, first I gotta find, I found the stub. Oh, there it is. Like that. And yeah, a lot of these ideas, they're pretty good, they're useful. You could put these in your own builds too. I didn't think about using these for lights. I thought they were just like stuff you'd put like on your ocean floor for like gems or pearls or something like that, but no, like maybe in a bank vault, but no, you could use these for a chandelier too. Okay, that one didn't go all the way, but there you go. Now this, and then this goes like this here, and then this goes upside down, so like that. Oh, okay. It goes up here. What does that look like on the inside? Oh, that's cool. That's really cool. That's a nice interior decoration. Nice clutter for the ceiling. I didn't think about doing something like that in my houses, but there you go. But I have removable floors, so it probably won't work with my style, but that's a really nice idea. I like that. This has got some good inspiration. Especially for you guys out there, for some of you, I know some of you commented you like these sets, but for those out there who are scared of these, you're missing out, like really hardcore, because there's a lot of good stuff in these. You know, I mean, who cares if it's for girls? Today it's for boys. This is for the boys' clubhouse. And then these go, no, we don't want to lose that. No, I'm not giving the bird. There we go. Not too bad. And after that, we got to put some more columns in here. But so far, though, it's keeping my interest, because I think we're doing different building styles. It's bright and it's colorful. It's not dark and gloomy. It is what it is. Okay? And let's see what's next. Okay, now we got to strengthen this up over here. So I think bags 1, 2, and 3 do this. I don't know. We don't know yet. Okay, looks like we're adding something above the door now. Okay, where's that fender well that we had? There we are. Any more things hiding behind that? These I can always use for vehicles and campers and such. Gotta see if that spring on my door got degreased. It was hard to pull out until I read up on it. It's like, oh, the tool keeps slipping off because there's a bunch of grease on it, because I was trying to break off the rust off of it. So I gotta go out there when I get done with a round of this, and I gotta see if I can pop that off all loose. Go in and just really aggressively grab that spring with the spring tool. And once I remove it, I got to find a container to put the spring in. They stick a microphone in there. I've seen that a lot lately, that they've been using those microphones for that. But once I get that all removed, I can pop the pins, remove the door, and rebuild it. I'm rebuilding everything. The power windows, the works. Because the power windows are starting to seize up, so I thought, well, I better fix that real quick here. Oh, wait a minute, before we put these on, these are got to go on here. Okay. I think because the microphone might, no, there's no microphone there. Oh, these go on the bottom right here. Lego should have had an arrow down there because I was kind of confused. But you see this down here? I had to really pay attention to that. They go on the bottom. They don't go on the top like I thought. That's what it's supposed to look like there. And looks like we can hoist that right in here. So yeah, this locks into these tubes. That's probably why they did that. Now, it's not going in. What does that mean? Doesn't mean I did anything wrong. Probably gonna see here. Oh, it just sits in there? It just sits in there. It doesn't do anything. Okay. Well, okay, I see what we're doing. We're using the tiles. We're locking. Okay, let me show you what they did here. These are the studs are going here, but this is going inside that hole. That's what they're doing. Okay, now it's sturdy. So if you want to do that idea, you're going to have to use a lot of flat tiles and stuff with pegs to go inside the little tubes. And we're not done yet. We're getting close though. We got to do the little handrails now. And they shove these in here like that. That's not too bad. Little handrails. Something we see like on a fairy tale princess house, but oh, it's something like this. Best thing is to make it first. We'll stick it in here and then swing it up. Yeah. And that's it for bag 3. And you can still get a bunch of little parts. Probably half the parts are just leftovers. But of course you can use these for other creations as well. Okay, let's see here. I think we're going to continue on. We'll just do bag 4 real quick. Or I can do one booklet. Maybe we should finish up this booklet. That's what we should have done there. So why don't I just get done with bag 4 and we get the whole first floor done. Make sure we're recording. Yeah, so far the build's pretty good. I haven't had any hiccups with it. Throw that on the floor. I'll have to pick it up later. And yep, if you're guessing more small pieces, you're correct. Look at all that. Lots of small parts in that one. So, here we go. And I don't know why Lego sometimes breaks things the way they do, because now we're coming back right where we left off and we're shoving these up here. And how bad is this scratched, huh? If I can even pick it up. Not bad, that's pretty good. I'm going to put these on here because they're easier to pick up. Or, you know, if you can't pick them up, if you don't want to slide them on your counter, just take a piece of, like, tape and just tack a little bit of tape on it and just pick it up that way. Alright, so we got 3 of those on there. Now we got to put all these down here. You may bump into your rails a little bit. Looks like bag 4 is doing this front window here. We don't know yet. Alright, so let me start sorting out parts while we're here. And for the most part, though, you are... Turn that up a little bit for you. You are getting a good build. I'm not kidding. I'm not getting paid to say that. It's keeping my interest. Right now we're at a 9.9. It's okay. I just hope it doesn't drop down any further. I'm going to put this glass in this frame. There's 2 frames in here. Okay, let me refrain from putting that glass in there. I'll keep it in there like that. And I'm looking for round brick. Yeah, but I'm going to say a good majority of this set is all small parts. It looks tiny. You usually hear me saying the set is big, but this is a very small set. And it's small. There's things that are just kind of hanging everywhere. It could break real easily, you know, that kind of thing. It'll fall apart. Friend sets, they could be a mixed bag. You could either get a really good sturdy build or you can get a flimsy build. It's not like, it's like a Minecraft set. They'll be brittle and they'll fall apart on you. Not sure what that's for. Could be a fireplace, we don't know. Or this is probably the rail to the house. Maybe it's a front porch. We don't know yet. I can always use more of these round tiles in different colors. Make great for making rainbows or stuff like that if you're into that kind of thing. Ooh, I need these. If you're building a, you know, you get enough of those. Make yourself a nice thatched roof for a house or something. I don't know. Jay, you are so obsessed with getting parts. Yeah, yeah. I want more parts in the collection so I can build some more awesome stuff for you. That's what all this stuff is for, guys, is to build stuff for you so I can show you how to build stuff from my mind. Remember, I do tutorials for a lot of big Lego YouTubers that do all this. They do this stuff for work. Building this stuff for you, it's the editing that I hate doing. That's work. But building this stuff and showing you how to put it together, that's the fun part. Like building a tutorial. When I build something, let's say a chair or a table, at that point it's just a mock. It's nothing more. Okay, then when I do the tutorial, I like to show you how to put things together and explain what I'm doing. So for me, that's a treat. Not too bad. And it's when we get to the editor, the video editor, that's where things get a little kind of boring and slow. Like right now I got to find a round 1x1 hollow stud, and I'm hoping there's one in here. I do have a lot of those. But the goal about it is to, well, I don't see it in here anywhere. Now either something ate it. Looking for one more of these. Probably right under my nose. Oh, be careful picking this up here. This thing started coming up. Yeah, I can't find it, so I'm either it's probably in one of the bags, or well, they're clear bags, so that should make it easy for me. But I don't know. I don't know what happened to it. Those are pretty plentiful. Wait a minute. Yeah, there's just a lot of little parts on here. It's starting to get pretty busy here. Let me go get one real quick. All right, we'll see if this one turns up here. Okay, right back to where we start from. If it's missing, usually Lego gives you a few extras of those. It's not a big deal. I'm not going to ding off millions of points for a missing stud. I should. But Jay, you're really missing one part. Yeah, I'm sorry, but it was ruining my build experience. And this goes in here. I'm glad now I didn't put any glass in these yet, so I don't know what that's for. Like that, what is that for? It could be a window, but it's awfully far into this, unless it's some kind of like a planter's window or something. We don't know. Let that plate turns up, then we know what happened to it. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm going to stop here after I get done with this bag. And I think maybe 3 installments for the set might be in order. Okay, we got to put the doormat up there, the coffee table, right up there. Okay, more round pieces, huh? Oh, we got to make 2 of them. Oh, almost like, oh, I'm going to skip it. No, we got to make 2 of those. Now, what if I'm missing a part out of the set? That's something I do not have in my collection. What do I do? If it's something I have to wait on the set, and if I check everywhere and I can't find it, it's sadly I have to fail the set just because it was missing a very critical rare part. I know Lego says they package this stuff by hand. That's kind of cool that they do. And then they weigh the stuff. Make sure that the correct weight is in the bag. But sometimes they may end up just making mistakes. You know, so be it. You know, that happens. But when you get a part and you got to wait 6 weeks for it to come to your door, or sometimes it's taken that long. Sometimes I get them in a few days. Depends on their mood. Yeah, it's something very common. They can get it here in a few days. So this must go around the window here. Okay, now we flip them over and we stick 3 of these in here. And they're dark red. Dark red inverted 2x2 by 2/3 plate with bow. Great for cushions, for seats, restaurant booths, vehicles, you name it. That piece is really handy. So when I get them, I hoard them up. Oh, we got to put the small ones next to it too. Thought we were done, Lego. You tricked me. It's looking like this right here. Okay, that takes care of one. Like that, when you don't like going in all the way. Alright, I'm missing one. Oh, there it is. Hey, at least it wasn't one of these missing, because I don't have that in that color. I have that piece, I just not in that color. That's kind of rare for me. And then now, after this has been put together, these go around here. Like this. There's a hole back there. Huh. Well, we don't know. We haven't finished yet. We don't know if it's going to be filled in with something. We don't know yet. It's kind of odd. Unless this turns or something. Oh, I bet that turns. Well, let's not mess with that first because I'm going to break it. I bet that turns. Well, now I... Whoops, I messed that up, huh? There we go. I bet that turns. That's exactly what we're doing. So you just come in here and just slowly turn it. I'm going to hold it down here like this and just turn it inwards like that. There we go. And you're going to have to stick these in here. Oh, that's perfect, huh? I don't have a lot of these ridge tiles in 1x1 form, let alone in light royal blue. Pretty cool. Yeah, I do sound like I'm bored with the set. I'm not bored, I'm just tired. I'm just relaxed today. Brain got a chance to... My brain's kind of slowing down a little bit. And then right over here, like that. Yeah, I have to get up and check stuff very so often in these videos. I can't just sit like I did before consecutively. I have to check on parents and stuff like that. So it's going to be a... it takes time, you know, to do that. Sometimes I step away for an hour. So I will be right back. Okay. So we left off here. Okay, now we're doing the window. So we do need to put this glass in here. Okay, well we just did that now. Oh, I found that stud. So we're not missing any parts, so we'll put that over here, because that's mine. And, yeah, like I said, I don't point the finger until we're done. I've learned my lesson. I don't just point the fingers. I wait and check. I check all the bags. I do everything now. So some of you said I've kind of gotten sloppy in my older videos. So I kind of just check everything out. Okay, and that's what that looks like there. And then this goes in here. Boy, that's that window's pretty far in, isn't it? Okay, I want to see what it looks like in the back. Well, I guess we can. Yeah, look, it doesn't look too bad in the inside of that. It's kind of thick, but you know how Lego is. You got to really cake the stuff on in order to make it, you know, very sturdy. But I've noticed now the house is really sturdy. So very few things wrong with this set. I'm going to say it's a 9.9 so far. Stickers are mild. We're not really hitting 5 or 6 stickers at one time. It's not bad at all. So now this can go in here. Like that. And... oh. I don't know why they got her there. Kind of odd to have an insert right there, huh? Okay, so now we're doing some of the greenery. These, I wish they come in more colors. They only think come in like two or three colors. None of the colors that I want anyways, but... okay, we've got some plant growing on the side of the house, just randomly out of the wall. Oh, we gotta do more. This is a nice set for spring. This is a nice spring set. I think whoever gets this is going to be really happy with it. If you're a boy or a girl, it doesn't matter, a guy or a gal or a full-grown adult, you know, you're gonna have a lot of fun with this here. Haven't got to the commentary yet because we haven't got to any of the other mini dolls. I thought we'd be seeing some mini dolls by now, but if you've noticed, there was 4 mini dolls in this set, and we've only gotten to 1. So they're probably hiding in the attic somewhere of the house. It's not done yet. So Renee is the only one that's kind of just like, no, I'm lonely. It's lonely at the bottom. She's not at the top, she's at the bottom. And this one goes right here on this stud right there. This looks like we got ourselves some nice, at least it's bright and colorful and cheerful. Alrighty, and then we lock that one in with this. Right there. Shove that in. There we go. And then we got to do some scrawny tree thing. I think that's what that is. We don't know yet. Lego trees are kind of on the puny side. They're not really full. I mean, very seldom. Maybe if you got that old tree house that was made a long time ago, yeah, that one was pretty full. But this is kind of a, it is what it is. Hopefully my door has dried out where I can put the tool in there and clamp onto that spring and see if I can yank it out. Oh, wait a minute. We got one more of these I forgot to put on. Get that spring out of there and be done with it today. I got to find something to put the spring in. I got to get a good pair of safety glasses to wear. You know, I don't trust those springs and those doors. Even the tool could break too, so you got to be, play it safe. Maybe it is a telephone pole. It's right back over here. Like right here. Okay. Well, we got leaf parts, so maybe we're going to assemble part of the tree. That's exactly what we're doing. Okay. So, like that. And let's rotate the house. I'm going to need to raise this up for you here a little bit. There we go. Right there. And it looks like this just shoves right in here. But it shows it. Oh, it is crooked. It shows it like that. So I guess you just shove that in there. Yeah. Alright, now this is a limb piece for trees. This is what these were designed for originally, I believe, is for trees, to attach limbs and stuff to. Now I have some of the older ones in brittle brown that I don't want to use. I try not to, I avoid using them. So, you know what I'll be hitting on Pick-a-Brick for the next couple hauls will be these leaf parts. Leaf pieces will come in handy. I kid you not. If you're building any type of city or any type of thing that requires some greenery, start hoarding up parts. I see a lot of cities out there and their foliage is very bare, and I'm like, why? And this goes up here like this. The shaft just kind of goes in there. And then that's it. It even shows you what it looks like in the back with Renee in her house. Okay. And that concludes Building Guide 1. And this is what we have remaining here. So, Summation of Thoughts. Yeah, the set said 9.9. We had a few instances, but nothing major. Stickers are not too bad. This is what we have left of the sticker sheet. We did one minifigure, which is Renee. We'll set her there. I'll put her little dog here too. The reason why is when I take the thumbnail, it won't be too bad. You know, just get it done real quick. And then here's the back here. And so far, could I reach in here? Kind of. Back in here is going to be a problem, but of course you can just shake the model. This is why I deemed it off, as this plant here is just barely hanging in here, but everything else is really sturdy, so I don't know what's going to go on here, but so far I'm happy with this build. But tell me what you think. To me, it's interesting and it's fun.